when the truth is found to be lied, and all the joy within you die. Don't you want somebody to love? Don't you need somebody to love? Won't you love somebody to love? You better find somebody to love. When the garden flowers, baby, are dead. Yes, 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 your mind is so full of bread. Don't you want somebody to love? Don't you need somebody to love? Wouldn't you love somebody to love? You better find somebody to love. Your eyes, I say, your eyes may look like Eve. Yeah, but in your head, baby, I'm afraid you don't know where it is. Don't you want somebody to love? Don't you need somebody to love? Won't you love somebody to love? You better find somebody to love. Tears are running down and down and down your breast. And your friends, they say, baby, you don't treat me like a guest. Don't you want somebody to love? Don't you need somebody to love? Won't you love somebody to love? You better find somebody to love. How you doing out there, Guitar Heroes? All right, we love the Jefferson Airplane. Song by Grace Slick. She brought to the Jefferson Airplane along with White Rabbit from her prior group. I think it's called The Great Society. And so those really weren't Jefferson Airplane songs. They were really Grace Slick songs along with this one, and they were their, some of their most popular songs. Now this song is fairly easy from the perspective that we're not playing with any bar chords. We can get by with open chords because we got the capo on the second fret. So what that means is if you're playing an E minor with a capo on, if you took the capo off, you'd be playing an F sharp minor bar chord. So this is the way we get around that kind of problem. So this is in the original key. I'm in standard tuning. Okay, well there's really no intro for this. It just starts out with the singing. And the chords that we're going to use today are going to be E minor, A, D, G, and that might be all there is. It's pretty simple from a chord, all nice open chords, easy. It's just got some tempo, we got some speed issues, and in this case, I'm amazed that I can sing this. So obviously, Grace is singing one full octave above where I would be, or anybody else as far as that goes. Okay, so we start with when the E minor truth is found, A, D to B, lies. So on that E minor, we're going to give it a couple of strums. And all the joy, you're still on E minor, and all the joy, A, with D within you, E minor, dies, and then we're going to stop. And now we're going to go into the chorus. Don't you want G, some D, buddy, to E minor love, A. Don't you, G, need some D, buddy, to E minor love, A. Wouldn't you, G, love some D, buddy, to E minor love, A. You better, G, find some A, buddy, to love. want to check this strumming pattern. This is kind of what I've got in my head. So it's down and ups. And let's see if that works in the verse. Okay, let's try that again. When the truth is found to be high, all the joy within you lies. Don't you want somebody? Don't you need somebody to love? Don't you need somebody to love? Okay, so then after the chorus, there's an instrumental, and underneath the instrumental is a little E minor, A, E minor, D, E minor. And then we go into the second verse, which is exactly the same with the E minor. Garden flowers, A, baby, D, R, E minor, dead, A, D, quick D, yes, and your E minor, mine, your mine, A, D is so E minor, full of bread, and then we end on an A, in this case, and then we go back into the don't you want somebody to love, G, D, E minor, A, G, D, E minor, A, G, D, minor. Find somebody to love. Okay, then after that second verse, then we have kind of an a cappella. The drums are playing here, so there's no guitar. So I just do this. Your eyes, I say, your eyes may look like his A, E minor. Yeah, but in your head, A, baby, I'm a D. Afraid you don't know E minor where it is. A, don't you, G, D, E minor. A, G, D, E minor. A, G, D, E minor. You better G, find some A, but okay, then after we repeat the chorus, then we have another instrumental. Okay, underneath is kind of the same thing as the E minor. In this case, we get a D, A, G, which is kind of the same as you, kind of similar to, a little bit similar to the chorus. And then back to E minor. And here you can do a little palm muting. Just dragging that palm on the string. Just enough. And then you release it. Okay, then we go into the last verse. Tears are running, E minor, A, G down, down, E minor down your breath, A, D, and your E minor friends say, baby, A, D. They treat you even like a guest. Back to the chorus again, and then on the last line of the chorus, we drag out the love part. Find somebody to love, E minor, A, minor, and then there's a long instrumental that's kind of at the end, and then we can either end on an E minor or you can end on an A. I think this is a fade out song. So that instrument, that long instrumental, I think at the end is a fade out. So there really is no ending. But generally speaking, you know, you're going to end on the same chord that you started with. In this case, E minor. Okay, so there you go. Somebody to Love, a Jefferson Airplane in 1967. You know, this, you know, I can't say this is a super beginner song. The chords are fairly easy, plenty of speed, and the good thing about it is you can probably, a normal person can sing this song, I think, without making too many modifications. So there you go. Take it easy out there and keep on strumming.